to Sunday, December 21st. You will see I am still cozying up in my bed. It's about 9:30, but I just felt like taking a little slow start to the day. I have cats coming in and out. Anyway, I had some leftover pizza for breakfast and a little muffin I haven't eaten yet. I just found this recipe for gluten-free cranberry orange muffins. I found it it was around Thanksgiving time, and it's so yummy. I will, hey, my cats are so funny. Grammy, come in. You can't see that, but they like to be on the bed with me, but then every once in a while, my big black kitty, Cole, who is with me a lot upstairs here. Come here, Coley. He gets a little anxious about the kittens, who really aren't kittens. They're two, but one of them he gets along with really well. Usually that's Graham, who's the orange and white kitty who's laying on the bed here by me already. And then Hershey, the other one, is a little more dominant. And so he gets a little, I don't know, angsty with him because Hershey tries to play and fight with him a little too much. Anyway, he just jumped on the bed. The reason I'm telling you all this is that Cole just jumped on the bed and wasn't expecting Graham to be by me already. And so he had to who's this enemy? Anyway, pets, they're kind of funny. They're good for comical diversions, aren't they? So I thought I'd check in this morning to say hello because as I was sitting here eating my breakfast and working on my cozy country Advent scarf, I was thinking that I think I'm going to do something crazy today. It's only the 21st. Okay, crazy. This is what knitters and crocheters call crazy. That is, I'm going to finish my scarf. I'm going to try to finish my scarf and my socks. Because you know how when you get towards the end of a project, it's really hard to just do a little each day. At least I find it that way. I kind of get finishitis where I just want to finish it. So I was kind of working on this last night and I pulled it out. I think I'm on day 20 of the scarf. Let me show it to you here. So I think the last time, gosh, I don't remember. I wove in a bunch of ends. I don't think I showed you that. So it's really long. Let's see, where's that? So it starts there. I showed you the ends I wove in from this blue one backwards. But then the other day when my son, on his birthday, which was funny, he had a dental cleaning appointment. And so I wove in ends while I was waiting for him. So I got all of these woven in up through this pink one here. And then I have knit since the crocheted since the 16th. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm my 5th color now. So that is where I am. So what I discovered last night is that one of the colors is very close. Let me show you. It was supposed to be day 20, I think. Yeah, I think I was supposed to use it in place of this yellow one, you see? So see, this yellow is here, goldy yellow. And I was supposed to use this one, which is very pretty, in place of it. But look at how close it is to day 19. You see? So I suppose when I planned it, when I picked it out and I was putting them in order, there must have been a reason why I put these two so close together. It is slightly more orange, but it's so close that I think I've decided, and my scarf is going to be plenty long, I'm going to omit this one. So I'm only going to do 23 colors instead of 24. So I'm just I kind of put this one in the 24 bag, and I'm going to just put it into my mini skeins because I'll use it for something else. But yeah, so I just have 1, 2, 3. I only have 4 colors left to do on the scarf. And then I'm assuming there's some sort of edging. I haven't looked all the way to the end yet, but I'm assuming there is. So I just think it'd be really fun to at least finish the crocheting, and then I could weave in the ends. And then also my socks, I'm not going to show them to you because I don't want to spoil it. if you are still working on them. But my socks, I finished one sock completely Friday. Yeah, Friday night I finished the first sock. And then the second sock, I think I maybe have, I don't know, 6 or so stripes, five stripes plus the toe maybe. So it's not really that long. I don't think it's going to take me very long to finish that either. So I thought if I finished those two, then I could just enjoy my time working on my reading shawl and my Sophie shawl, my reading shawl and my Sophie shawl. And then I kind of have been thinking of picking up my sweater again. I forget what it's called now. Sunset sweater. I don't remember. But when I pick it up, I will show it to you and talk about it. It is a kind of comfy, cozy, sweatshirty kind of sweater by Jessie Made Designs. And I kind of truthfully have put it on a hiatus because I'm kind of afraid that the sizing in my armpit area isn't going to be right because it just looks kind of small. But what I've decided is I just wound up some more skeins because I was almost out of the skeins. I'm like just below the booble region in the body, and I was running out of my first 2 skeins. And so I was thinking that maybe I'll switch to the sleeves because I think what's happening is that the armpit holes, so it's like a drop shoulder. And I think the armpit holes are, because they're kind of in stockinette, they're curling, so they look smaller and they feel tighter because there's that extra fabric in there, even when I try it on. So I think I'm going to kind of knit for a couple inches on each sleeve, try it on again and make sure it's the right size. And if it's not the right size, then I won't be super far down in the body to be able to take it apart. So that is my plan, I think, but I get ahead of myself. That's not yet. I'm going to do the crochet country scarf. Cozy country crochet scarf, advent scarf. And I'm going to do my socks. So other than that today, because yesterday was kind of a busy day and I didn't come on to talk last night, so sorry about that. It was, we had a fun time with family, but the drive 2 hours there and 2 hours back is kind of long, and I was feeling really anxious about leaving the house. So I was just really pooped. When I came back, I was really tired, and I just kind of laid low and relaxed and hung out with myself pretty much. We didn't actually get back until about 6:30. We didn't leave there until about 4:30. So just as the sun was setting, I think I have some pictures of the sunset in the last video. So so today we're laying low and we're kind of like figuring out the plan for the week because I'm now done with school. So I homeschool. If you're new here, welcome. But I homeschool my youngest son, who is in 8th grade. And we were still doing school through Friday. So next week he'll officially be done with school for a couple weeks. So we will be mostly making cookies and candy and kind of preparing for, Christmas celebration kind of stuff. So my husband and I have to go out probably tomorrow for our last food shop before Christmas. So there's one store we like to go to. It's a co-op, a food co-op in town. And we haven't done the shop there. That's where we get our bulk flours, our gluten-free flours and things like that. So anyway, I am rambling. I did want to show you right away day 21 for the Berry Fun Yarns Advent. So let me open that for you. I am really looking forward to spending some quality time on the reading shawl because the rows are so long, but it is really fun to do. Okay, day 21, the quotation from the Santa Claus movie is, "You don't want kids running around using their imagination." And it is a fun purpley, blue, pink, a little bit of gray in there. So that's that one. Okay, I think I've rambled for long enough now, but I will take you along with me and maybe I will check in with you again later in the day to show you my progress on this plan I have and see how far I get. So I have to do some laundry. Did I say this already? I'm going to do some laundry and knit. It's pretty much my plan for today. I think I have to clean some litter pans, which, you know, is always my favorite thing to do. But otherwise, I will be knitting away. So I hope you are able to knit away too, or crochet wherever you are, and you're relaxing and doing all the things you love. So I will see you in a little while. Bye, guys. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday, December 22nd. I am up here in the office guest room. It's actually quite late. It's like 7:30, 25 minutes to 8 at night. And I haven't checked in with you yet today, but I did take some video while I was out and about this morning. We did run errands. Every time you guys are in here with me, this guy wants to rub my tripod. So anyway, we went out this morning, my husband and I. We kind of started later than we planned, but we needed to do the last big food shop before the Christmas festivities. My husband's parents are coming from Wisconsin on Christmas Eve, and they will be with us until the day after Christmas. So we will have a few extra people in the house, but are you just enjoying that? Somebody's enjoying his belly rub here. So we went out we had to go to Costco to get a few things. We kind of made a menu plan for the week because that's just how we roll here, and figured out what we were going to have. Being that we are mostly vegetarian, I guess you could say we're pescatarian in our house, because 5 out of the 6 of us do eat fish. Just my one son is a vegan. So our like Christmas holiday meals are always a bit different than the traditional ones. So I think this year we're having homemade enchiladas and Spanish rice. I can't remember what else for Christmas Eve, and then we're having baked potato bar with mushroom soup for Christmas Day. And then we always kind of have like a Christmas brunch where we make homemade cinnamon rolls and fried potatoes, omelet, that kind of stuff. So those were the main menus, but it was kind of nice. I don't always plan menus, even though I know it's easier, just because, I don't know, you get busy, right? But with my husband here, it was kind of nice, because then we kind of were like, okay, what are you hungry for? And we asked the kids, what are you hungry for? What do you want on the list? Especially the 2 that are away at college. They get, when you're away from your home cooked stuff, they get hungry for certain things. So anyway, that's a lot of rambling to say. We made our food plan, and we had to go to a couple places. We went to Costco. We had to stop at the bank. What else did we do? We had to stop at the post office, and okay, Coles. We'll see if he knocks over the tripod here. So we had like the post office, the bank, Costco, and then we went to our little food co-op that's in town. I think I mentioned before that we get a lot of our bulk flowers there and some of the more specialty allergy-friendly things. So we did that. But before we left, I'm rambling here, but I will say that my adventure out today, in good news, was much less anxiety inducing. There were still a lot of people, but I was feeling much better today. Starting to feel more like a human being again, and not somebody who has these issues going on, which was really nice. So I actually had fun with my husband when we went out. So I did, like I said, I did take some video. But before we left, last night, I almost finished my Cozy Country Advent scarf, but it was getting really late and I was getting really tired. And the very last color has like some fancy business when you get to the end. So this little bit here is slightly different. I don't know if you can kind of see it. It's kind of different than these ones up here. And so I very wisely stopped. And so this morning I wanted to do this last section here, which was slightly different, and then the crocheting border bit at the end. So I finished it. I did. And I did decide yesterday when I came to you, I had said I was not going to include this color. And in the end, I decided I wanted to, because I had these 2 colors together and I thought both the blues together didn't look great. I probably should have put one of these blues like in here more, but I don't know. The only thing that works for it is that the 2 ends. So this end has 2 greens in the beginning and the end has 2 blues. So it doesn't really matter in the long run, because you're going to have it wrapped, or I'm going to have it wrapped around me, but it is super long. If I just put it around my neck, it goes like to my ankles, but it can be wrapped like 3 times. And then it kind of goes down almost to my belly button with the extra. So I think it's going to be awesome. I have not woven in the ends of the last few colors here. I think there's maybe 8 colors or so, which I will probably do tomorrow. I'm not really feeling it tonight, but I will show you the finished scarf with all of the ends woven in. And after I block it, wash and block it, so you can see, it in all of its glory. So that was my big excitement. I finished the scarf. Now I think I said I was going to try and finish it yesterday, which was Sunday, and I didn't, of course. I came close, but I needed 2 days because I think I crocheted 1, 2, 3. I think I crocheted 5 colors yesterday, which is quite a bit of crochet. So I didn't finish my Freckled Whimsy socks until this afternoon, but I did finish them. I am not going to show them to you because I do not want to spoil that surprise for anyone who's still knitting the last couple colors, but I will definitely take some video and I'll put it on like day 24 so that you all can see them. And what the cool thing about that is I made some pretty big socks for myself. I have pretty big feet. However, I have skinnier feet, so I only did 60 stitches around. And what that means is that I ended up only using 3 extra stripes. So I still have 21 full stripes for a whole nother pair of socks. So when you get them, they come in 2 50-gram skeins, and then when you wind it up, you have 2 50-gram balls. So you have the repeat, 24 stripe repeat is repeated twice. So, hey, I have a Mischief. Don't be trying to open my closet back here, Mischief. What I'm going to do with the extras is I showed the pair to my husband he's blown through 2 pairs. I've made 3 pairs of socks for him throughout the year for him to have new for this season. I was trying to kind of get his socks built up so he has more to rotate through. But he's blown through 2 pairs already, 2 that were kind of towards the end. His Christmas pair, shortly after that last video that I showed you, he blew through the bottom, and then also a different pair. So he has thrown out 2 pairs. So I'm only 1 pair ahead right now. So I asked him if he liked this striping pattern of these socks, and he said yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make him a really long cuff in a contrast color, and then I'm going to do a contrast heel and a contrast toe, and that will allow me to be able to make him a whole nother pair with the stripes. I have these 2 cats next to me that I think are going to start fighting, which I don't know if that's a good thing, because one weighs 21 pounds and one weighs 8. So I never know if it's a good thing. So if I stop suddenly, that's why. Okay, so enough rambling about the 2 Advent projects I finished, the socks and the scarf. So now I'm going to be able to focus more on my Berry Fun Yarns reading shawl. But I will say, before I do that, I really want to open up this big skein that came with the Polka Dot Creek European Christmas market set that I used for my Cozy Advent scarf. So if you have gotten this and not opened up your big skein yet, I don't know, some people open them right away, some people save them till the day 25, but I want to open it up now because I finished it. So look away. I'll put a timestamp on there for how far you need to scroll ahead if you don't want to see this big skein, but I want to see what's in it. So let's see what I have. Interesting. So this is called European Christmas Market, and it is the 75/25 base, and it's kind of like greens and yellows. It's very pretty. This is even kind of got it looks really green on camera, but this has got some blue in it. So very lovely. I like it. So yeah, that will be lovely for a pair of socks, or I'm not sure what. It's not a color that I typically gravitate towards, but it's really quite beautiful. So there you go. Okay, I can see how it goes with the colors in this kit. Makes perfect sense to me. So moving on, let's open up day 22 of the Very Fun Yarns Advent. Since that's what I'll be focusing on now, I'll be able to spend more time on that. This one is a color I haven't had too much of in this year's Advent. It is on the pink family. It kind of matches what I'm wearing today. That's kind of funny. So it says, Charlie, stay away from those things. They're reindeer. You don't know where they've been. This is at the very beginning of the movie. And I believe I drew the colors partly from the shirt Charlie was wearing, and partly from the like red, reddish colored, I think they had it like a bells or something around their neck, the reindeer did. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, that's very pretty. All right, so we're getting into some pinks. So that is it for my unwrapping today. I will say that I am kind of excited. Maybe you can tell I'm feeling a little bit better. One of the problems I'm having right now is that I wake up in the middle of the night and then I am awake for like an hour or an hour and a half and I can't fall back asleep. So I spend a lot of time thinking about creative things or, you know, lots of different things, right? Lately it's been more positive things than when I really wasn't feeling good. But yesterday, I love to watch Christmas movies or wintry movies because I find a lot of inspiration in the like costuming, sometimes in the like knitwear, winter hats they make or they wear in the movies, that sort of thing. And I watched one yesterday and the mittens that the main character was wearing were so beautiful, and I've never seen anything like the pattern before. So I kind of took some notes about how I could maybe make it myself. So I'm really excited to cast on a new design for these mittens. I think I'm going to call them the movie star mitts. So it'll be a full pair of mittens, you know, like so, not fingerless mitts, but a full mitten. And it has some cables in it, and it has a little like other design in it, but I'm hoping to cast that on tomorrow maybe. I might, I have to pull some yarn. I think I want it to be DK weight or like a sport weight held with a mohair. So I'm just going to kind of figure out what I have that I want to kind of start swatching on to figure out my gauge and that sort of stuff. But if it goes well, I also have an idea for how to turn it into a shawl. So different but similar. So I'm really excited about that because it's been a while since I felt inspired enough to have a creative idea for a new design. So more to come on that. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the inspiration stays and I continue to feel better. But I think that's it for today. I am going to sign off because this little rambling is going to be almost 15 minutes and it's going to take forever to upload to the cloud so that I can turn it into a video for you guys, so that it can hopefully come out on Tuesday, tomorrow, December 23rd. We only have a couple more days. Okay. Thank you so much for watching again and following along with me this December. And I will see you in the next one. Good night, everybody.